Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about the planet of learning, intellect, commerce, trade, communication, education. Yes, that is Mercury. Mercury, after 68 days stay in the Aries sign in Rahu Ketu axis, is going to be transiting in the sign ruled by his friend Venus, that is Taurus, from 7th to the 24th of June, 2023. This Mercury is going to be in this zone. And when Mercury is atichari, that is speedy, because after such a long stay, now it is going to be speeding up and it's going to be till July 8 in very high speed. So the accelerated Mercury is going to be giving the results also very quick and fast. It could be good, bad, ugly, depending on your personal chart. Because any planet whichever is forming a connection of 6, 8, 12 with the transiting planet, so it is not going to be giving that great results. But if it is forming a good connection, so definitely it is going to be giving very good results. So now this Mercury is going to be in Taurus sign. So it is going to be giving very quick results related to what? Related to your food, finance, related to your practical decision making, and how you handle your finances. That is something which you will be actually learning. This is the sign where moon exalts also. So you might be getting very emotionally attached to your family also, families, irrespective families. So let's see how it is going to be impacting one-on-one as per the signs, the moon sign, ascendant, or the Dasha sign-wise predictions that I always take up. So you have to make the Dasha sign your first house. Suppose you are in Venus Dasha and Venus Antardasha Lord is, suppose Saturn. So see the condition of Saturn. Suppose Saturn is in Gemini. So this is the 12th house transit from Gemini. So this might bring about some upheavals, changes, communication gap at the place of work. So this is just an example because you are in the Dasha of Venus, Saturn. Because Venus is a long Dasha, so leave aside Venus and take the Antardasha. That's how you should be interpreting every time when you hear my videos, because I do not leave aside the Dasha, because Dasha is actually dynamic. It keeps changing. It's not static. So that's the reason we don't get the results, the similar kind of results every Dasha, Antardasha. So when the results are changing, so why not connect them with the transit, blend them together, and then see how the results are. All right. So let's start with the predictive. And as you know, I show the North and the South Indian charts that are based on the Vedic Astrology, Sidereal Zodiac. So please, don't take it as the Western astrology channel, because I don't do the tropical zodiac. So let's start with the predictive about all the 12 ascendants, moon sign, or the Dasha sign wise. All right. All right. So let me start with, I have to wear my glasses. And to start with, let's do the Aries sign first. So these are all live sessions. So the timestamps, you can maybe help me with the timestamps, or you have to wait for me to do it because I've been traveling. So I have been not taking good rest. So I just want you to help me out there, because all the live sessions are like this only, some glitches will happen, something or the other keeps happening, I don't want to do the editing. So that, thank you so much for bearing with me. So for Aries natives, after the first house transit of this Mercury, after a long gap, this Mercury is going to be transiting in the sign of Taurus. And this is, the second house transit of Mercury. So this is going to be giving you some practical experiences related to your financials. Financials might just, maybe you will have a lot of good management skills, that how you can handle your finances, and take the help of your family to make some investments. Being the ruler of the third and the sixth houses here, this might bring about your siblings and you having lack of connectivity, or there can be some problems related to your communication with them as well. But this is a very positive time for your, the servitude attitude. You will be very cautiously spending on the, on the things that you really don't, you think that there is no need to purchase or no need to do the investments also. Take care of your health, being the ruler of the sixth house. This is the Maraka Sthana where Mercury is transiting. So you have to take care of your health also. You might just be very, too much into communication right now. And communication, self-expression, ideas, these are all the triggering facts which are going to take place. And as it is, second house transit is, it gives mixed results. It's the Venetian sign. So you definitely have that, good creative abilities that you can utilize right now. And Mercury being an Atichari Mercury will give you the maximum results right now. So be quick, avail this opportunity of being creative, being connected to your family. And this is also a very positive time for getting inspired to do things in a very fresh manner, a fresh approach, because this is the second house transit. So just see to it that you be a little careful with your siblings and don't make any hasty decisions, and don't have argumentative you with your siblings and your neighbors also. Okay, just tame those energies at least. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. So here it is in the first house. First house makes you talkative, and first house transit is not considered to be good. As I've mentioned here, for Taurus people, this is not a great transit, because, in the first house, though it is Digbala, it is very positional strength it's getting, but, positional strength is good for giving you the practical approach, and also, maybe, you will be getting involved in some investments also. But at the same time, when this Mercury is going to be in the first house, this is going to be giving you some financial planning and talkative you. You might just take out all what you have in your heart, and, you might just share your ideas with others, and they can get stolen, or somebody can really backstab you. That is something this Mercury can do. So be careful about all of that. It's a good time for student natives, so children, getting connected with your children, or starting new subjects, education. You might just change the stream of education also. This is also a very good time where you can have something to do with your, some force which is giving you that kind of energy and growth now also. But just be careful about, don't misuse the power of communication. This is not going to help you. So that is something which is going to be triggering something related to your journeys also, and investments as well. And you are definitely having the inclination to think about your financials, how you can improvise, how you can save money. This is the time you will be doing from 7th to the 24th. So make the best use of it, because it's a very short transit, but these areas, communication, education, and of course, learning, you have to enhance your learning also. Talkative you has to be little careful when you're communicating with your partner, with the people around you. You might be hurtful also. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. The ruler of your sign is going to be transiting from the 11th house to the 12th house. So definitely better, because it's coming out of the Rahu Ketu axis. But remember, when Mercury is in the 12th house, it will give you, suddenly you feel like connecting with your old friends, connecting with the people, with the overseas connections. You might just be traveling to foreign places, because the 12th house transit is not considered to be that great, because Mercury debilitates in this zone. So this might give you some psychic or mental issues to deal with, and especially because it is the sign of finances. So you might have some crunch or expenditures, unnecessary money is flowing out. So you have to be careful, because the Lagnesh is in the 12th house. So you will be traveling a lot during this time, which might be also named as wandering. Unnecessary wandering is there. So you have to be careful about that. Understand, forgive, and move on others. You have to move on, because if you keep things to yourself, you think that, you just keep bickering, you just keep opposing people, that's not going to solve issues, because that is going to drain you mentally and emotionally. So the best thing is just go on, just don't get stuck. Those energies are getting stuck, because your 4th house lord is the house of peace, which is going to be in the 12th house, which is in the 9 houses away from there. So this is the time to be forgiving, be more spiritual, get actively get active in your in your rejuvenation, your cleansing right now. So the communication gap will be there with people. At the same time, it will be the time to understand and, the intuitive view, how you can improvise on the communication with others, understand others, heal others also. So this is like, an opportunity for you to get into that zone as well. Forgive and forget, okay, and move on. Okay, and this is also the fourth lord ruler in the 12th house. So this is also a good time for going for further education, learning your lessons for your own peace and your mental setup. Good time for higher studies as well. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this transit of Mercury is going to be in your 11th house. And being the ruler of your 12th, being the ruler of your 3rd, this is considered to be a good transit, because 11th house is the sign ruled by Saturn. Any which ways, it's a good placement for you. You might be talking excessively, you might be connecting with people, you can be very creative, and you can be very innovative also. Especially if you are a YouTuber, if you are into astrology, this is a good combination. And this is going to give you a lot of inspiring ideas, a lot of opportunities also are going to open up to investments. You might just be going in for some major, investments, and, you trade, commerce, stocks, all of that is going to be bringing about a lot of attention, and you will be focusing on all those areas as well. And this is also a very good time for gaining gaining the wealth or prosperity and upliftment also. And it is a good time for your siblings also to go ahead with higher studies and get involved in some educational or higher learning programs. Maybe, you're going to be sending your siblings away from you and overseas journeys on cards. And you can be very artistic yourself as well, because it's in the sign ruled by Venus and moon exalts. So there is a very strong optimistic energy, and there's hope to growth as well. So this is a very positive time for you if you want to really make the best use of. Good time for progeny also, children. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, this transit of Mercury is going to be in your 10th house, and 10th house transit is actually, going to be keeping you busy, because 10th house transit is definitely very positive for you. And this is the place where, it's good for communication, marketing, education, teachers, if at all you're a teacher. So this is a good time for that. If you're a journalist, if you're into media, press, so this is going to be developing your skills, your ideas, your connectivity, your work. You're adaptable with your suggestions. You are going to be very much focused on acquiring more knowledge. You have a lot of meetings set up. You're going to be communicative. You are going to be maybe, planning all the strategies during this time, connecting with the bosses, communicating with your seniors and colleagues. This is a very beautiful time for all of that. And if you're starting any new skills, education, this is also very positive for that. And connecting with your friend circle, this is also a good time to sort those issues that you have been facing with your people. This is a good time. And the Dhanabhava's ruler, that is the 2nd and the 11th lord, is in the 10th house. So very positive for you. You might be thinking about growth, how you can invest, how you can uplift yourself. So this is a very quick transit, but it'll give maximum results. Be practical. Don't think from your heart too much. This is not the right time to do so. Be practical and be upfront. This is going to be helpful. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. Virgo, your ruler, your Lagnesh, is going to be transiting your 9th house. And this is also the ruler of your 10th house. So 10th house, that means it's in the 12th. So this is also indicative of loss of job, some miscommunication or communication gap with your father also, because 9th house transit is not considered to be that great because it's Jupiter's place as it is. So it can give you cumbersome trips, some long distance journeys. You can have issues there. And also this can bring about some, maybe you're having miscommunication or communication gap with your teachers, your gurus also. And this can bring about some new opportunities, because if you have lost a job, because it's the 12th house from the 10th. So this brings about the loss of job, and then immediately you get another one. So you have to enhance your skills. You have to do something about uplifting yourself, how you can improvise on yourself. So this will give you a self-renewal and improvement of your own self and ideas, so that you can make a difference in the society. Unless you do so, you will not be able to give that mark, that you are good for something very, very special you are. Okay, so this is a good time for doing so. But be careful when you're traveling, or you're packing, or with your passport, visa, etc. Be careful about all of that. But this is going to be Mercury's transit is never that bad. Generally it is in the 8th house also going to be doing good, but you have to be cautious when you're talking to somebody. Don't give in to your papers. Don't leave the job in impulse. It could lead to a lot of consequences later, because you have a Ketu transiting in the 6th house from Mercury. So you can do so. So be careful about all of that, and take care of your father's health also. Okay, he can have some health issues here. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. Okay. So for Libra natives, this transit is happening in your 8th house. 8th house transit dosha is not there for this Mercury. And being the ruler of your travel houses, that is 9th and the 12th in the 8th house. So this is a very positive time for planning for your future related to your journeys, acquiring knowledge, some research work, you're writing some paper. All of that is going to get triggered up also. Be open to the ideas, conversations. Don't keep things to yourself, because this is a house of secrecy also. So you have to move in the right direction, take support of others, and be supportive of others also. This will be like, going to be helpful in the future. Whatever you will do will be helpful in the future, and it is going to brighten your future. So be open and be receptive to what others are saying. Impart your knowledge, take the knowledge of others and learn from that. Okay, from Mercury, if you can see, Venus is going to be transiting the 3 houses away, being the dispositor lord. So you have to be creative. You have to get involved in some creative abilities. Use your hands, use your skills to enhance and uplift yourself. There is a Saturn in the 10th house. So this will be giving you some changes at the workplace. You will be leaving the job, finishing off the assignments, and then, you will be doing something about your career growth as well. And this is going to be bringing about some travels, some journeys related to your higher studies, higher education. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. So for Scorpio natives, this transit is in your 7th house. 7th house transit is generally said that, this is not a good placement for Mercury's transit, because this is, ruled by Venus, and, it is in the natural zodiac also, this is ruled by Venus. But at the same time, this is about the Marakasthana, which is not considered to be good for longevity, but we are not discussing that. But still, this will give you a lot of communication with your partner. Your partner might be very communicative. Saturn is in the 10 houses away from there. So this can bring about some change in your career right now, some breakthroughs, because this is the 8th house ruler as well, and the 11th house ruler. So this will bring about some changes, some major changes, and maybe, you're going to be traveling for vacation, or maybe there is some investment that you're going to be making. You can be more speculative also during this time. So you have to have a very, you have to think out of the box now. You have to have a fresh perspective, because you have been in the grip of Rahu and Ketu till now. So you have to think out of the box, new ideas, innovation, if you want to be successful. Also, Mercury is in the sign ruled by Venus, and very practical also. Practical as in, like, you become very practical as far as your financials are concerned, or your partner becomes very much involved in financial growth. You might be thinking about all of that. And Mercury is also, having a 6th house Ketu, which is in the 12th house in the for you. So this will also bring about some complications in your partner's health or relationship also. So whatever your partner is saying, just give it some time. There can be some people who will actually instigate, your maybe uncle, aunts, or some relatives, who can instigate, and there can be some complications in the relationship. So don't get carried away, don't get influenced. Mercury gets influenced very easily in the 7th house, so be careful. Don't get maneuvered by the hearsay. Just don't get too much involved in all of these gossips which are happening. Okay. And any kind of connection with your grandmother would be good for you. Okay. Connection, take her blessings. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. I'll read the chart towards the end. Okay. So for Sagittarius natives, this Mercury is going to be transiting your 6th house, being the ruler of the 10th, and your 7th house. So this is going to be bringing about a lot of travels related to your work. This is also, a very good time for addressing the problems that you have been entrapped in from a long time. Now is the time that you can be very competitive, you can be analytical, you can criticize others also, unnecessary criticism, So you have to be very cautious about all of that, because 6th house transit is positive because Mercury gets exalted here. Why? Because Mercury is analytical. So when it is in its own zone, Virgo sign is the ruler in the natural zodiac. So he behaves very positive here. So this will give you some growth, new ideas, or maybe, you'll be connecting with your own people at the place of work. You'll be forming a good connection. Workload is increasing. Your communication is actually getting very serious now. That approach is going to help you also. Maybe, you're isolating yourself from the people who are, giving you a lot of issues, in the at the workplace. You are going to be resolving, you're going to be solving all of that as well. And there is a strong probability of some some fitness regime, some diet regime that you're going to be taking up. And it is a very good time to get connected with your maternal uncle. He might just be coming and rescuing you from whatever problem you're in. Maybe you'll be taking a hand loan from them as well. Okay. And then this is going to be, of course, for just a few days. After 68 days stay in Aries sign in the 5th house, it's going to be in the 6th. So it's definitely a relief that you're getting as far as your children is concerned. You might be having a lot of trouble still now with the children, or the students might be feeling, there is a lot of educational issues that they are facing, because Rahu and Mercury gives deviation. So now when Mercury is out of that zone, it is definitely going to be positive for your studies, competitive success, and in acquiring more knowledge also. Okay, good for you. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, there is a transit of this Mercury in the 5th house. The 5th house is the zone where Sun rules in the natural zodiac, and it's going to be conjunct till the 15th, the Sun also. So now here, this brings about a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity. But at the same time, what will happen? You will get confused, because Mercury significations get burnt out in the 5th house, because whosoever transits the 5th house, the significations actually get depleted if this is not a and especially when Sun is there also. So this will give you a lot of ideas. You'll be very creative, but at the same time, you will not be able to utilize that creativity, or you'll not get that acknowledgement, because it's the zone where you are going to be getting too rigid also. It is the Taurus sign after all. Taurus is bull. Bull is quite rigid, it's quite it's actually, Saturn also, which this bull is denoted by. And Venus, of course, is in the 3rd house from there. So there is definitely a possibility of having complication in relationship. Communication gap can be there. So you have to tone down those energies, impulsive energies of yours, and be more into the, discovery part, how you can modify yourself in the relationship, be more innovative, be more creative now, and be more forgiving if at all in relationship you're having complications. And this will also bring about pleasure, happiness, entertainment. So don't get overboard. Overindulgence can happen in this zone. So you have to tame those energies. Being the ruler of the 6th house, being the ruler of the 9th house, this can bring about some health issues also, some skin related problems. So you should actually be drinking lots of water to get rid of all of these. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. Okay. So for Aquarius, there is this transit is happening in your 4th house, and 4th house transit is considered to be good. And moon exalts here also in this sign. So this is a definitely double the impact of moon here. So you will be very emotional about your family. There is some message that you are going to be conveying others. You have learned your lesson, and you are going to be very talkative, and you're going to be conveying things with your family. You're going to be communicative during this time, and you are going to be having a lot of learning your lessons and starting your education also. If at all you have to learn a lesson, you have to teach a lesson, you have to start some new education or skills. So this is the time when you can do so. Spending more time in the at home, and maybe working from home is also quite likely here. And this is going to be giving you some connection with your childhood friends, connection with your family, with your mother. Your mother can be very communicative, talkative during this time, and you will be conveying everything, whatever you're going through, your mindset, your ideas. You are going to be conversing with people. Also, this is going to be the time for your dad to have some communication with you. You might be having some discussion on inheritance, and how you can improvise on your money matters. So you might be taking help of your dad. So you just get connected. And for children, definitely some overseas journeys on cards, quite possible. Okay, coming to the next and the last sign, that is Pisces, where Mercury debilitates. So for Pisces natives, this transit is in your 3rd house. 3rd house transit is not considered to be good of this Mercury, because this is its own zone, and Mercury can get overly communicative and talkative, and can actually goof up things. So short journeys definitely on cards. Maybe you're expecting a lot, you're too talkative, you're conveying, and things which can be piercing, which can hurt others. You have to be in control. You have to keep a check on your whatever you're conveying others. This is not going to be a good time for just you might be writing something and you just goof up something, and it just goes to a wrong person. It's not just because Mercury is retrograde, so only that time, the goof ups happen. But this is definitely a time where you have to learn your lesson, or maybe you have to brush up your skills, communication skills, which is required. This can bring about some purchasing of computers, gadgets, travels. So expenditures are on rise. People who help you, these are this zone is the helping hand. So you might just come across people who are going to be helping you also. But at the same time, you have to be also very, very, you have to be a team leader if you want to uplift others. Only then you get uplifted. It's like that. So you have to give and then take. That kind of a thing is going to happen during this transit of Mercury here. This is also the time to get communicative with your partner. This will give you a lot of growth as far as your work is concerned. And maybe, you're working from home also, you're traveling, you're working, you're traveling and you're working. That kind of a situation can also happen. And Ketu is in your 8th house, which is 6 places away, and Libra sign is a ruler. So you have Ketu is directly, indirectly, giving you that connection with Mercury, because both the signs are ruled by Venus. So they are forming a connection. So this is going to be giving you some kind of issues related to your skin rashes, or health issues. There can be some complications in relationships also. So you have to be cautious about all of that. But definitely this is a time to be careful about your the communication gap that you can have with people. But overall, I think this Mercury's ingress in Taurus sign is good for everyone. And this is a Atichari, Mercury. So it is having that potency to give on the global level very rapid results. So maybe, when we talk about, when we talk about stocks, shares, the market trends are going to rapidly change, shift. So we will experience a lot of changes, right now in the market upheavals will be there. So we have to be very well prepared that, we can anticipate some ups, downs, rise, fall of the market. So this can happen as it is. It's in the sign or ruled by Venus, and it's a sign of financials. So you have to be careful about that. Don't fall prey to the rumors, which can lead to complications. Now, I'll be taking up the, quickly the chat. Do Virgo moon sign people have a chance of job loss? See, for Virgo moon sign, this is the transit in the 9th house from there. So it is, it is likely because because in the 8th house of yours there is a Jupiter and Rahu also transiting. So you have to be cautious because it's the 12th house from the 10th of yours. So and 10th house ruler is transiting the 9th house, so the 12th house from there. So you have to be careful for especially for the Virgo people. Okay, it's not possible to predict like that. It's a very general statement, but you have to see your afflictions in the horoscope on the 10th house and the Dasha. If at all you have a good Dasha, so definitely it will be a saving grace, and you might not lose a job. You might just change the profile or the department changes. So be careful about all of that. Okay. Komal Aher, Mahendra Singh. Who's Mahendra Singh? Chant Hanuman Chalisa. Okay. Okay. Everybody is an astrologer here, I think. How can we give remedies on the online platform like this unless you see the see the chart? You should not be playing with the lives of others like that. Okay. Everybody is an astrologer in today's world. I think so. Thank you, Shweta. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I think it's over for now, and I'll be making some shorts. So stay tuned. It might just help you all to learn a little bit of astrology that I can impart through this. Om Tat Sat.